Getting into the fall riding season, it means it's September, and that also means it's 1 year of ownership with the Beta. 1 whole year of riding. And I guess I'll give a little bit of a review of how the bike's been over all the riding seasons. I'm going to start off by doing the modifications or accessories I've added. Obvious ones: hand guards, rad guards, pipe guard, and skid plate. And that's pretty much it for the accessories. The other modifications I've made have been from the internet. And that, like that cross-training enduro skills guy, whatever his name is, Larry, the Aussie Australian guy. He's got some good stuff on the Betas on his site. And like the brake pedal, just grinding off the tips here, just in case it hits the case. Zip tie around the exhaust helps against a little bit of splatter back. The custom Redline Cycle keyhole condom. Not sure exactly what that stuff's made of. Some space age material, but boy, it fits like a glove. And of course, got rid of the steering locks, took them in a little bit because it makes tight turns a heck of a lot easier. I did have one problem which just cropped up a few days ago on my last ride. I had a coolant leak, and I don't know if you can see it, but this rad hose, right where it connects up into the thermostat, just had a slight little drip that was coming down and dripping on the exhaust, and I smelt it in the last ride. So popped the tank off, put a hose clamp on, and hopefully that solves the problem. But today's ride will tell. He's trying to make an effort to actually learn proper techniques in off-road riding, as opposed to just putting around the trails. And I guess 1 year of that has been on the DRZ 400E. And then this year, this past year has been on the Beta 300 RR. A lot of deadfall today. Storm come through here and mess things up quite a bit. Pivot turn that? Kinda. Okay, this brings up one gripe. And I guess it's with any well, one gripe, one real positive. Linkage suspension. Yeah. Gotta get a guard for that. Because they always get caught up going over suspended stuff. Especially when you don't have momentum. But, whoop. Got a bit of tree with me too. But on the real positive side, what's that here, tree? These grab handles, awesome. Definitely think after spending a year learning some of the basics on the DRZ was good, but getting a real enduro type bike, I think has been a real positive. Accelerated my learning curve somewhat. Oh, more deadfall. Still using the oil injection, which I know some people have bypassed. Oh, jeez. Wow. I'm going to get caught up on there, but there's no other way around it, I don't think. Oil injection, I think I just talked about. With the it's been flawless so far. Haven't had any problems with it. It really makes it easy to just head out for a ride and fill up the gas and oil and go. I know a lot of guys have switched to premix. Because if you do have a failure, you know, it's bad. Obviously, it's, if you don't notice the little yellow light there, and you have a oil injection failure, well, guess what? Yeah, catastrophic failure, and you'd be in a bad place or far away, especially if you're riding alone. That's, you know, that's not good. I don't know, maybe one of these days I'll switch over to premix. Not that it's not a big deal. The race editions all come with premix only, so. But, yeah, I like the convenience, but it's not the end all be all, you know. And I guess, I mean, I do like the fact that it meters the correct oil for your throttle position, so you don't get, you know, you know, loaded up with oil. The suspension is definitely the biggest upgrade, I think. You know, aside from the power, which is really nice. But definitely the suspension is, I think, is one of the key things to you know, learning this sport, is having a bike with a good suspension. And I think, I know some people have complained about the front suspension. There's been a few people I've seen on their on the YouTube channel complaining about the front end. Now, I don't know if the race editions fix the problem. Personally, holy smokes, that's a lot of. Personally, I don't have a problem with the front suspension, but then, you know, some of these guys are coming from, you know, A-class riders and whatnot. So maybe at higher speeds, it becomes a problem. But for, you know, a slow C-class rider like me, I'm not noticing any troubles with it. You know, I did adjust the compression rebound a little bit, but other than that, it's going stock. So, oh, wet roots! You gotta love this. Wet locks. Yeah. Yeah, suspension seems to handle everything that I throw at least at my moderate speeds, right? It's not, I don't find it taking away from my confidence. Normally if I go down because of something, it's, I mean, I'm definitely chalking it up to rider skill and error, as opposed to, you know, blaming the bike. But again, that might change if I become a faster rider. There might be a need for it. So modifications. What modifications to the Beta am I planning to make that would suit my needs? And again, these are minor gripes, you know, changes, whatnot, or just for the curiosity of seeing what it does. One of them is obviously a better seat, one that's not so slick. Might even get a slightly lower seat. But definitely one that grips. Has better grip to it. This one's really, really slick. What else is there? Oh, and I think I'm going to try out the tubeless system. To see how that works out. Oh, lots of roots, eh? Yeah, so what kind of extra benefit the tubeless gives me, if anything. Oh, Jesus. Branch. And what else? I don't know. I think that's pretty much it. I almost forgot one other modification. Whoa, squirrel. That I think I will make is shorten the shift lever. That's finding just a little too stretchy. You know, if I keep my foot on the peg, I really have to, you know, shift it all the way forward, even over top of my arch to actually shift, which in some positions, standing more than sitting is a real pain. And that's one thing you gotta like about the 300 is it can really tractor up like a lot of these things, like a bigger 4-stroke does. The 250, which I rode in Revelstoke, is a great bike. I don't think it's gonna have the quite the tractoring ability that the 300 has. Oh. Good luck. Look at that. Just lug it right up there. No wheel spin, just traction. Yeah. But I do, you know, and the X-Trainer was the same way too. It was really luggable. Just a little bit more detuned up top. But the reason I didn't go with the X-Trainer is because of the what's the best way around here? It's strictly because of the suspension. So I knew I was going to get in hare scramble races, and I was a little concerned the suspension wouldn't handle it. But then when I get out there, apparently one of the guys, and I believe he's a B rider, so he's much faster than I am, is riding an X-Trainer. But whatever. I think it was I think the 300 was a good choice. Also, we got to ride the 430 and the 350 4-strokes, and you know, I like them as well. You know, they were all good bikes. 350 was quite the screamer, but you know, honestly, at my level, I would have been happy on any of them, but I just figured I'd try something new and go with the 2-stroke. I'm not getting any younger here. Maybe in 5-10 years, I'll head her back to a 4-stroke because I do believe they're easier to ride. One of the other changes I made, and this is after quite a while riding, I changed the power valve. And the power valve is just a little Allen key on the side, which I think like the KTMs have maybe other brands. They have springs you can change. But on the Beta, just a simple Allen key, 2 seconds, you change the whole power curve on the motor, which was really cool and very noticeable. It's astonishing. So if you wanted to tame the bike right down, you screw that power valve in. You know, limited amount, not huge changes, but you know, try it out. You really wanted to open it up, then you bring it back back out towards flush. And wow, what a difference. The good thing is, it's really, really simple to change. And you can adjust it to your riding, you know, even during the ride. You can go out and, you know, really send it in the morning. In the afternoon when your arms are falling off. You can dial it back if you wanted to, right? And you've got a completely different motor. And you've also got the, I'll put it on wet mode there, the wet-dry mode switch, which is definitely not as significant a change as the power valve, but it takes a little bit of the edge off the throttle, which in some situations is really nice. Like when you're going over wet logs, I found, or even logs in general with loose bark. You know, it was significantly better for keeping traction, you know, in the lower gears, right? Got the Natural Enduro Cross little course here somebody set up, and yeah, get a little practicing with the Beta. Now I wonder how the DRZ would do with this. Hey, wait a minute. I blew that one. Hung up on that. One thing I do miss on the DRZ versus the Beta is grab handles. For when you make mistakes like that. Yeah, so I guess I can say after 1 year of ownership on the Beta, more deadfall. Whoa! Yeah, things have been wow. That must have been a big storm. Things have been pretty good. Wow, that's a lot of deadfall. But yeah, other than standard maintenance, the Beta's basically performed pretty flawlessly.